Everybody, it is me, Dilly Boy 1K, also known as Dillon Leslie, and this video, I just want to talk about my personal life, this year specifically, 2022, which is probably going to be the name of the video. I just want to talk about my life, what's been going on, inform people who are watching this. Yeah, that's about it. I was inspired to do this video because I'd watched a couple of the videos, but Vanity Fair YouTube channel does this series with Billie Eilish. Basically, every year she comes back on the same day and does an interview talking about the last interview. She's done that for around 5 years now, 6 years maybe. But I want to do something like that. I don't know if I'm looking at the camera just ahead too much. I haven't done a video where I'm just really talking. Um, yeah, I wanted to try and do something like that. Maybe do this again next year. Today has been a pretty big year. I know how when other YouTubers make stuff like this, they're like, "Man, this is craziest year of my life," and the title's like just the year and then craziest year of my life. This has been a very difficult year for me. It's probably been one of my hardest years to get through. It's definitely been crazy. I don't know if it's been the craziest, but we're definitely going to talk about it. For people who do not know me, my YouTube channel is DillyBoy1K, the one you're watching it on right now. I make a lot more videos that don't really have what we're doing right now, where I'm just talking to the camera. I do a lot of gaming videos. If you want to look at my past, I have a bunch of videos with friends from school. This is basically me just being who I am, me personally. DillyBoy1K is on other videos, so if you want to check those out, then go right ahead. But yeah, I'd love to talk about my life this year. Yeah, let's see. Let me pull up this notepad here because I had a few things that I wanted to talk about. Yeah. All right. Let's start with the biggest thing that happened this year for me, which is my surgery. So, March, April this year, I think it was right before spring break, I had noticed that there was a lot of pain happening on my backside. You could technically call it like my butt, but very top part of my butt, bottom part of my back, somewhere around there. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Right around there was a lot of pain to the point where it became like I was unable to sit down without like almost like yelling from the inside, almost like crying because of the amount of pain I was feeling. See, I don't know if this mic is good quality right now. Bro, imagine if it wasn't plugged in. Um, yeah, so a lot of pain before spring break, and then right after spring break ended, I remember going into my mom's car, and we went to our urgent care, and they said that there was just some dry skin around the area, and just apply some ointment to it. And so we did that for like a week. There was still a bunch of pain. And so I eventually took a shower with a bunch of warm water, and that made it feel a little better. And then when I sat down on my chair, I felt this giant, like, I felt something, but I heard a sound. It was like a pop. And I felt something pop down on my backside. And went to check on it, and there's stuff coming out of it. So I'm like, okay, this probably isn't good. So, let's see, that was probably beginning of April. Um, and so we go back to urgent care. Or no, sorry, we don't go to urgent care. We go to our family doctor. My older brother took me, and she said that she notices something called a pilonidal cyst. If anybody knows what that is, good job, because I had no idea what it was before this. Pilonidal cyst is something that usually forms with bigger guys like myself. You know, I mean, I don't need to brag or anything, but yeah, it was a lot of bigger guys or girls, females, or anyone. Happens with anyone. When you're sitting down for a prolonged period of time, just throughout your life, or There's a bunch of hair follicles that can go up to the crack, basically. Up on the hair crack, they like go up, and then that creates like a cyst up there, and it's called a pilonidal cyst. I don't know all the medical terms, but there's probably that's why it's called just pilo and some all that. I don't know. So pilonidal cyst. She believes that it's that, and so she tells us to go to a surgeon in our area. Now we don't know if we're actually gonna get surgery or not, but just to go to surgery, just in case. So we go to the surgeon. I'm not gonna name any names or anything because I don't know all that legal stuff. Probably only two people are gonna view this anyway. Um, Go to the surgeon, and the surgeon looks at it and says that a surgery would need to happen in order to make this disappear for good, because when I popped it originally from the warm water in the bath, and when I popped it, there was little to no pain. I felt like amazing. But then he said that if we're just going to keep on going through this process, it's probably not going to work. We're going to have to do some surgery. Now, when he actually looked at it, he noticed that there were two pilonidal cysts. That's not good. Two of them. I mean, it's just crazy to think about now. But anyways, get through school. May, get through all my finals. This was freshman year, by the way. Last year was freshman year. Once we're done with that, we get surgery done on June 3rd. June 3rd is a date that I have remembered very vividly. It's probably going to be a recurring, celebration or, anniversary in our family. June 3rd, I get surgery done at 7:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. It all goes well, and I feel good. I wake up. I just go. My dad takes me back home to his house, and then I sleep there. And 2 weeks we were supposed to have a follow up with the surgeon. I was feeling good. It definitely hurt. I think the biggest part was my throat, because when they give you the anesthesia and everything goes through your throat. That was the big issue. I didn't really feel it a lot down here. Also, I don't know if you guys can see my hand gestures are kind of down here. I'll try and put them a little more up. Yeah. So 2 weeks come around, and we go back to the surgeon. My older brother takes me, and he says that it has opened. The stitches have opened a little bit on one part, and that is not good. That the nurse says that it typically happens. I'm a little on the fence with that. I don't think it really happens that much. Maybe, I don't know. So this was middle of June, so during summer break. The surgeon tells us that we should be going to wound care. Just your standard wound care that helps with treating a wound, just cleaning it, all that stuff. So we go there, and we form this weekly thing of we're packing the wound, putting stuff in there, strips of healing stuff in there. Keep on doing that for many months. And while all this is going on, there's been a little interest in football. You know me. I'm a bigger looking guy, so football is something that is pretty standard. Basically everywhere I go, and talking about school and stuff, people like, play football? I'm like, no. Amen. So, summer conditioning, summer practices, all that. I didn't go to them because, obviously, it's going on right now. Last year, so 8th grade going into freshman year, I was going to do football. I did a lot of the summer conditioning classes, but I went to practice the first day, and I basically dropped out of it. That's kind of a mistake on my end. I just didn't think I was tough enough. The work was really difficult, and I guess mentally I couldn't get through it. But this year I wanted to do it. I felt motivated. A lot of kids from last year, whenever I went to school every day, they're like, man, we need you on the team. And I was probably the biggest guy in my, that's not even an if. I was the biggest guy in the freshman class. Yeah, I don't think I was the tallest. I was the biggest though. So obviously, you see me O line. I'm there, man. Um, yeah. So this year I was really motivated to do it. I didn't go to any of the summer conditioning classes though, because obviously my what's going on with me right now. Just go into wound care. I couldn't. So during this wound care after surgery, I can't sit down. Could not sit down. No squatting of any kind. Nothing like that. So I've been standing, laying down. It's on my bed. Um, yeah. So let's see, where was I? Football practice. Um, first few days, I'm telling coach everything that's going on. This is now we're in like early August, like August 6th, 7th, all that stuff. Because July, nothing really happened. Just going to wound care every week, all that, getting a little bit better every time. The wound is closing in, and it's getting better every week. Okay. Um, Football practice starts August what 8th, 7th, 8th. Um, Now that I'm a sophomore, we're doing two-a-days for the first week, also known as Hell Week. Maybe I can't say that. Also known as week. Um, so we get through that. I get through the first 2 days. Well, okay. Get through the first day. I'll tell you this. We already discussed with our coach about my situation, and he said that I should just be there to learn plays and just get situated with the team and all that. Um, I guess that really didn't follow through when I came into practice because he obviously knew my situation. He knew everything like that. I showed up not in my uniform or not in the football clothing because I wasn't gonna do anything, and he said you still need to be a part of the team and all that. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say all this if like I don't ask them for like ask people if I can say this. I don't know. Anyways, um, yeah. So I get my clothes on, and then we go outside. Everyone is running, their cleats, their helmet. I'm just there, and I felt so awkward during that time because I'm the only person there, and only one coach knows it. There's like 25 different coaches out there. I'm gonna have to tell all of them. Really, you're gonna make me do that? And then plus all the varsity kids, because I'm JV. All right, all the varsity kids are there. There's like 100 of them. Not 100 of them, like 50 of them. There's like 40 of us. Yeah, it was difficult. I had to explain I had to explain to others a lot during the day, and it was really dry, so my lips became really dry. I don't know why I brought that up, but I basically spent the first 15 minutes telling all coaches what's happening. Um, I guess the main coach didn't know exactly all of my limitations. Like he was surprised that I couldn't run, that I couldn't like squat down or do anything. But I mean, it's pilonidal cyst. I mean, you know what that is? Like, it's pretty standard that I can't do any of that stuff. It's been 2 months. I was supposed to heal after like a month. It's been 2 months already. Okay. So, anyways, I forgot to bring my helmet, so he gets me a helmet. Now I got two helmets. And then we get through practice. I'm basically just standing there the entire time. Because, I mean, what else am I going to do? I tried to do warm ups because he forced me to go in with the lines and everyone. Made a couple of varsity friends, just because I was standing there. And, like, when I was squatting, I did, like, that because that's, like, all I could do. Like, just going down, like, a couple inches instead of, well, all the way down. Um, yeah, so first day, and then also first evening. I was kind of happy because everyone else was running and stuff, and I was just sitting right there. Um, Anyways, first day was fine. I had to do a physical to make sure I didn't have a concussion, all that. Okay. Second day of football practice in the morning, talking to my friends, talking to David. Shout out David. Shout out David. Um, David Gandera. If I could say her full name, I'll just cut it out. David. Oh yeah, I'm talking to him. And he's like, man, I hope you get better. We need you. Um, the coaches now knowing my situation actually make me start doing things. Not like running and all that stuff, but just helping with drills and stuff. You got like the tackling, like spheres, like the hole in the middle almost looks like a donut. The tackling ones where you gotta tackle on them. They made me roll that and stuff and just help with like setting up cones and stuff, all that. That requires a lot of bending down. You know, when you got like I don't know, a thing that's maybe a foot like in diameter, or a foot that's like thick, and then it goes onto the floor. I mean, I'm 6 foot. You got to bend down 5 feet. I mean, with your arm, that's like what, like 2.5 feet. So you got to bend down. I mean, 2.5 feet. Kind of tough. Um, all of that combined made me hurt a lot in that area. I was scared, really scared. So my mom picks me up. We get home at like 11:45, 11:15. She checks it, and it is completely reopened. It reopened! It really reopened! After 2 months! I was done. So, we tell our coaches, hey, this ain't it. Well, we don't tell them that it's not happening. But we tell them that we're going to take the next few days off and try and talk to our surgeon and stuff. And then we go to wound care the next day. So that was the 9th, because it was Tuesday. So the 10th, Wednesday. People at wound care check it. They say, no, this is like a month and a half setback. So, in that day, I learned I'm not doing football. I'm not sitting or doing anything for the next month and a half at least. The people at wound care said that they were going to finally let me go that day. They were going to let me sit down that day. Let me repeat. The day after I get injured and everything reopens, I was going to be able to sit down one day. One day after doing this for 2 months. Just the day right before. Oh, that was sad. That was a really sad day for everyone. A lot of tears that day. Yeah. So, that's basically one of the points I wanted to talk about. With football, obviously I'm not doing football. Right now the season ended probably like a month and a half ago. Yeah. So, anyways, that should tell you more about my surgery. And then now, I'd like to bring up some school. Now, going back to school, I wanted to get back like the school started the 15th of August. So, a week before school was football practice. And that was going to be the day where I was going to be able to sit down. And my parents were talking about like, because when they give you the green light on being able to sit down, you probably wait another week before you can actually sit down for like a kind of long period of time. So they were thinking like, okay, the Wednesday before school, and school starts on Monday, we're going to have to worry about those first 3 days. We worried about 3 days. Keep that in mind. 3 days was a big challenge for us. And that was like weeks before, like end of July, early August. That was like a big issue for us. So, obviously the tear happens, the great tear of August 9th. That happens, like the bite of 87. The tear of August 9th. After that happens, I go to school orientation day, which was awkward because you got 250 sophomores coming in. I knew a lot of them, thank goodness, but everyone else is sitting down on the bleachers while the teachers and the counselors explain everything. I'm standing, like, just in the middle of all of it. Uncomfortable. If you learn anything from a pilot analyst and you're recovering, you learn that you sit down a crap ton. You probably already sit down a crap ton. That's not a bad thing. Rejoice that you can sit down. I guess I kind of spoiled it. I still can't sit down. Anyways, yeah, so orientation, at least I saw a lot of my friends. I didn't really see them during the summer for obvious reasons, but I did play a lot of games with them, you know. Yes, so now we got to talk to my counselor about what are we going to do with the school year, because I can't sit down for 7-8 hours, and I mean standing for 7 hours a day. I mean, it's definitely possible. Two main reasons. First of all, I don't want to be uncomfortable all the time, you know. Maybe for the average Joe right here, it's probably easy to maybe stand for 7-8 hours. But bigger guy like me, I need to like lose some or something. I need to drop a couple lbs. It's hard for me to stand for. I mean, I've gotten a lot more used to it with this pavonadal surgery because probably beginning of this probably wouldn't even be able to stand here and talk about this for. I've already been recording for 20 minutes, but yeah. So anyways, we talked to our counselor. They set me up with a plan. They set me up with online school through a program called IDLA. For all the people who are not in the state of Idaho, IDLA is just your average state's online program for high school, maybe a little bit of middle school. They set me through that. They give me 5 out of my 7 classes through that because they're all offered. And then my other 2 classes, I've just been communicating with my teachers on campus. They've been giving me assignments. I email them. Yeah. And they also sent me supplies that I picked up at the beginning of this year. And I've been doing that. Let's see, August is month 8. I've been doing that for almost 3.5 months. 3.5 months of online school on this bed. Oh, my cat is in frame of my cat. Let's see. Can I point to it? Like right there. My cat's sleeping. You could probably see a little bit of her. Yeah, I've been here doing work, and it has put a major, I don't know, it's made my mental game pretty bad for obvious reasons, but I've been taking walks. I've been just getting outside, talking to a lot of family, talking to friends on the computer. That's kept me sane. Yeah, so surgery has taken up a massive part of this year. And that's the main reason why I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to give anyone else who's going through this, if you are watching this, which first of all, thank you for watching, and then second, thank you for watching this far. I think my average click duration time is like 1.5 minutes. Since a lot of my friends just watching it, you are definitely not alone. This is tough. This is really tough. Yeah. Yeah. One more thing I want to talk about my surgery. Or not about the surgery, the post-surgery, I guess now. It was almost close to being, like, fully done, like, a couple weeks ago. They reopened the entire thing because they had a retired surgeon come in and say, okay, we just gotta reopen everything, because I guess it was healing, the skin was healing on the top, but the bottom part was not really healing, You got, like, the bones and stuff. I'm not really, like, a surgeon, but, you got the bones, that layer all down there, and then you got, like, the muscle, and then you got, like, the skin, like, the layers of the skin, and then you got the top part. This top part was healing, bottom part was kind of all just, like, kind of open. Not, like, really open, but, like, a few, like, tunnels, if you can imagine that. Yeah. So, right now, as we are speaking, November 29th of 2022, I'm still unable to sit down. I'm still unable to squat down. My wound is open currently with packing. We have moved my setup to a standing desk. My setup was over here. I don't know if I can show you. Never mind my bed being made. All that down there. We've had to change a lot of that. Let's see, is this the angle that I was at? This looks good. Yeah. So, let me put this a little up. Yeah. So, yeah, we've resorted to a standing desk. I shouldn't say resorted. I could have obviously done stuff there. I've been making a couple of videos the past summer and stuff, but I haven't really felt a lot of motivation to do it all. Yeah. So continuing with 2022, my life, etc., I want to talk about one big thing that has been a part of my life the past couple of months, and that has been music. For any of my music enjoyers, please stand up. FTC DB1K, stand up. La Musica. Specifically, La Musica de Hip Hop. I've been getting really into. I was already into it a lot I guess this will be some sort of a musical journey tied with it because I'm really in love with music right now. Pause. Um, my musical journey. I mean, before 2021, I just listened to the stuff on the radio sometimes, and I guess whatever my mom and dad played, and that was all right. Music was never a really big part of what I'd done. I never had playlists or just music running in the background while I did things. Till 2021, when my math teacher of 8th grade, shout out, you know who you are, introduced me to someone you may or may not know of in a little bit of controversy right now, Kanye West. You can see that little, oh no, little portrait right there. Oh no, it's hard to like point. That guy right there, you can see that in frame. You can also see right here, that's Kanye West and Kid Cudi. This is The College Dropout. This is Kids See Ghosts, and this is 808s and Heartbreak. My little thing on the wall is still a work in progress. Some of them have been taken down, all that. I'll talk about that a little later. But Kanye West and my math teacher, and also my dad. My dad played a lot of Kanye. That got me really into music, hip hop, all of that. I think the summer of 2021, I listened to nothing but Kanye. Probably at least 5 hours of him every day. Just because I had it playing in the background while playing like Minecraft and stuff and just hanging out outside. Oh man, those AirPods are in my ear. Every second. Um, yeah, so Kanye West really introduced me to music. I'm gonna advocate for Kanye here. Kanye before the past like 3 months. If you dislike Mr. West for what he stands for before all this, I'm kind of a little torn with him right now. But if you just know him for just what he does on the internet and the crazy things he says, which is true, if you have not dove into his music and his past, like 2000 to like 2018, all of that period, if you go through his music and everything, I feel like something will change you about him. Because he's like the GOAT when it comes to music. If you love music and you have not listened to Kanye West, do you really love music? Music is subjective. I'm just playing. Anyways, October, I guess I'm going to bring up SAD. What is it? Seasonal something disorder? It's basically like some like depression during like the autumn, winter times. I was kind of feeling that. Going into high school when you're 14 years old. I don't know why I said it like that. It's common for everyone. When you're like 14 years old, going into high school, it becomes a little more depressive. You're in such a different area. You're spending a little less time with family. At least in my case, I was spending a little less time with family. My older brother had finally gone to had gone to college out of state. Then obviously football and all that. It was a mental struggle for me. Talked to my dad about it a lot. But I was feeling really depressed. And this is all still music, by the way. That's when I was introduced to Kid Cudi. Actually, I gotta thank my stepsister for this. You know who you are if you're watching this. Played a Kid Cudi song, Pursuit of Happiness, in the car on our way to just another city. And at first I was like, I ain't even gonna lie, this was kind of whack, to be honest. Because I was in that mindset. I was in that Sigma mindset. Sorry, my voice is a little dead. I was in that Sigma mindset that if you're listening to any of that pop stuff, you a loser, you know. It's all Kanye West. Kanye to the you know what I'm saying? But then I mean really and you would expect me to enjoy Kid Cudi because I've been listening to Kanye and obviously I knew who Kid Cudi was. Kid Cudi has been on so many Kanye projects. I think he's been on every project except like the past couple. Well, he was on Donda. He wasn't on Jesus is King. Yeah. So at first I was like, this kind of whack. But then actually going into Kid Cudi's series of Man on the Moon, going into his a lot more personal stuff, I really found a deep passion for him. He helped me through so much emotionally. Like that song Love, that's now on streaming platforms. Love, period. Oh man, I played that just on YouTube with like the lyrics and stuff. I cried so many times to that song because you know you're a kid, you're a 14-year-old kid who really doesn't have anyone like that. You know, still kind of like that. I don't really have anyone of that thing, but just Cuddy talking to you. Oh man, beautiful, beautiful. One more artist that I'd like to really talk about before 2022 is Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is like the GOAT. I listened to Pimp a Butterfly because so many people put it in such a high regard. It's now up on my wall. But I listened to Pimp a Butterfly and I could not listen to the second half. I liked most of the songs on the first half, but I could not listen to the second half. Um, yeah. And now December of 2021, I finally went through all of To Pimp a Butterfly, and so many different albums that I had preconceived notions of just through Kanye West, Kid Cudi, and Kendrick Lamar. Keep in mind, 2021 was strictly those three artists. Maybe a little bit of what my dad played. My dad played a lot of Jay Z, Beastie Boys. I had Eminem up there. I'm thinking about my Spotify Wrapped of last year. Eminem, I think, was like fourth, and then Beastie Boys. But the top three were Kanye West, Kid Cudi, and Kendrick Lamar. Still kind of like that now. But, anyways, 2022, with continuing into music. I don't know if you know this YouTube channel. They go by Turning the Tables. Shout out to Turning the Tables. Turning the Tables made so much content and so much amazing content, but they are not your savior. They're kind of my savior, to be honest. Shout out Turning the Tables. So many YouTube channels that I want to talk about right now. You know, I'll just get them out of the way. Shout out to Turning the Tables. Shout out to the second OG, Bob the Pop Pop. Bob, if you're watching this with my 57 subscribers, if you're watching this right now, I thank you so much for getting me into so many more genres, so many more artists just in hip hop. Um, Path Reacts, a new up and coming reaction person. If you don't know who any of these channels are, I'll probably list a few of them down below that you need to check out. Please do that. Please. Who else is there? John Denton, a classic. Um, let's see, that young Dabo kid. Um, yeah, he's a funny guy. Look it, something like that. It's capital Loket with an exclamation mark. All of it's capitalized. He makes some bangers. Those are the main. Yeah, those are. I'm trying to think if there's any more. Yeah, those are the main. Let's see, what did I say? 6. Those are the main 6 that I want to shout out. They helped me discover music and have given me so many hours of entertainment. It's insane. So, thank you so much, guys. So going into music this year, one artist that really, I think the artist of this year, well, an artist that I discovered this year that really helped me through a lot was Mac Miller. If anyone knows who Mac Miller is, if you don't know who Mac Miller is, just click off the video. I'm just kidding, I need that watch time. Mac Miller is such a personal favorite of mine. This year, he's easily my number one. Spotify Wrapped is coming out in probably less than a week. He's easily my number one. I'd probably bet my left kidney on it. He's helped me through so much, especially those last few months of school. Swimming and circles were in my rotation for so many months. It was almost like another Kanye thing again during summer, especially during the surgery, post-surgery. Mac Miller helped so much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, shout out to Mac Miller. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. Yeah, but now I've gone into a lot more artists. Who should I talk about? I should talk about JID. Shout out to the Forever Story. Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry is amazing. JPEG Mafia. Really good. Who else we got? that's about it for the hip hop side that I've been getting more into. There's probably tens of other names that I'm forgetting. Um, anyways, let's talk about another genre that I'm getting into. Not genre, I should say, but I've been just loving music so much, and I feel like if I just listen to hip hop, and I've wanted to do more than just hip hop, you know, just listening to hip hop is so much fun. That's my main category of music right now, obviously, but I need to listen to some more stuff. And now I remember Connor from Turning the Tables talking about how when he was like my age right now, like 14, 15, maybe, yeah, he went into Rolling Stone's top 500 albums of all time. And he went through just all of them. And so I've been doing that now. I've been doing a lot of them. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, Stevie Wonder, Songs of the Key of Life, Beach Boys, Pet Sounds, Beatles, Abbey Road, let's see, Nick Drake, Pink Moon, King Crimson, In the Court of, that's the name of it, right? So many more that I've got to get into. Music is such a beautiful thing. I love music so much. It means so much to me. It's helped me. It's helped me through so much. And that leads me to my probably second to last point, which is my vinyl collection. Still going into the music stuff, you know. My parents have been able to get me some records that I like. Some of them I've bought myself, just with, I don't know, hanging out with my older brother and stuff. Let's get into them. I'm probably going to go like over here for a second. I have a lot here actually. So I don't know how many I'm going to be sharing. Let's just start with the top and go down. So these are the ones that I most listened to on my record player right here. Let's see, I could probably show you right now. You guys are probably going to see the back of my monitor. That's my record player right here. Shout out to Kanye West there again. This is my record player down here. And those are my records. I need to get them a little more situated. Yeah, so you guys probably just saw the first one right here. Damn by Kendrick Lamar. He's a GOAT. He's a GOAT. That's all I can really say. Up there right now, you guys can see me like this. Up here, we've got To Pimp a Butterfly, Man on the Moon 1, Kid Cudi, Good Kid, Mad City, Over to the Left by Kendrick Lamar, 808s and Heartbreak on the bottom left by Kanye West, The College Dropout by Kanye West, and Kid See Ghost by Kanye West and Kid Cudi, also known as Kid See Ghost. So, those are the main ones up there. Let's see, we got Damn. You know what? I'm just going to show you all now. Why not? Let's see. We have got The Eminem Show by Eminem. Amazing record. I'll say my favorite song for each of them. How about that? Eminem Show. Favorite song is Cleaning Out My Closet, I'd say. Cleaning Out My Closet there. Man on the Moon 3 by Kid Cudi. Favorite song is Solo Dolo Part 3. Here we go. Dr. Dre, The Chronic. Oh man, what an album. No longer on streaming services. This is like the one album where like I can actually like only play either on YouTube, which is pretty crappy audio, or my record player. Favorite song off The Chronic is probably D's Nuts, or Nothing But a G Thing, or Little Ghetto Boy. I haven't listened to that one in a while. I need to spin that again. Let's see. Continuing down, we have got Rodeo by Travis Scott. Favorite song on here is pretty easily 90210. I love Oh My Diss Side and Pray for Love, though. And Nightcrawler. Maria, I'm Drunk. All that stuff. Next we've got the alternative cover of Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler, the Creator. My favorite song off this record is probably Wilshire. Okay, hot take. I don't really think Sweet / I Thought You Wanted to Dance. Maybe that didn't click with me that well, but I don't really like it that much. Hey, man. Haters gonna hate, man. Or, well, I'm the hater, so I'm gonna hate. Let's see, now we got Man on the Moon 2 by Kid Cudi. This was on my wall originally in that corner. That is empty. But yeah, my favorite song on here is that's tough. I'd go Ghost. Ghost is my favorite song off here. I have another Man on the Moon 2 because that is there was like an error with the company that sent me this vinyl. They sent me another one, and inside of it is all the tracks from Man on the Moon 1. So there's another Man on the Moon 2 right there. Yeah, I'll just put that right here. It's getting kind of heavy carrying all of them. But amen. Oh, here we go. This is a classic. Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. I'll say my favorite song and my favorite member. Favorite song is Protect Your Neck. You got 8 verses coming in. My favorite is probably the RZA's production, just the fact that he produced like seven different albums in like a 5-year span with the 2 Wu-Tangs and then like Liquid Swords and all that. The fact that he did all that and he can still spit like a lot of rhymes. Like he's a really good like MC too. Astonished me honestly. Here we go. This one holds really dear to me. We got Circles by Mac Miller. Favorite song on here is either Good News, Hand Me Downs, or Surf. Those 3 are amazing. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. Now we're probably going to get into some more Kanye stuff here. Starting off with my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That actually opens up, if I open it up right. Yeah, I don't know if you can really see much, but yeah. Favorite song on here is either Runaway or Devil in a New Dress. I've loved Runaway for such a long time, but Devil in a New Dress might be a little better. Amen. Let's see what else we got. We have got alright, this one I don't spin that much, but it's still a classic nonetheless. We got the Minecraft original beta sounds. Yeah. This is just a you already know. It's a classic. Favorite song on here? I can't really tell most of them apart. I just love the experience in general. Oh man, this is getting heavy. We got a couple more left. Mad Villainy from Mad Villain. Rest in peace, MF Doom. Madlib. Favorite song off here is All Caps. All caps when you spell the man name. This might be a little cringy just because I'm going through all this. You might consider me very basic, which alright. I'll admit to that. I am very basic. Christmas, I'm going to get a lot more vinyls though. Life of Pablo, a bootleg. Life of Pablo and the next one, Graduation, are both bootlegs. Let's see. Put the Life of Pablo back here. Whoa. Almost dropped all those. Man, guys. I did take all the records actually out of these. Yeah. So it's just like the main like covers. Favorite off Graduation. My favorite off Life of Pablo is Saint Pablo, and my favorite off Graduation is I Wonder. Let's see, we got Paul's Boutique, Beastie Boys, a classic. I don't know if I have a favorite one on here. They're all nice. They're all nice, but that's probably the one where I don't have a favorite. And lastly, we've got Igor by Tyler, the Creator. Oh my gosh, I've been putting them out of frame this entire time. Igor. My favorite song off Igor is Gone Gone / Thank You. Alright. Those were all my vinyls. That took way longer than I expected. Yeah, this video has been pretty long. I also want to end off. This is going to be the last thing I'm going to talk about. On the Vanity Fair Billie Eilish thing. Interviews, she talks about how many followers she has every time. So I'm gonna pull up my YouTube and all my accounts and stuff. As you can see, I was watching the interview like right down in there, like a few minutes before I started recording this. Subscribers, you both got 57 subscribers. Thank you very much. 57 on the road to 60. Let's see, what about Twitter? Twitter is scary. I don't tweet a lot, so I shouldn't have much. I got 3 followers. 3 followers. So when you add them up, it's 60. What else is there? My Instagram. I'll probably link all these down below if you want to follow. Content yearly on every one of these platforms. 77 followers on Instagram. So overall, I have 137 people who have followed me on social media, not including my TikTok. I guess I'll include my TikTok. TikTok, your boy's got 34 followers. Actually, if I go to the stream starting soon, oh, shout out to YSSN Nino. There's my YouTube, there's my Twitter, that's my TikTok. I'll link my Instagram, I guess. Shout out to YSSN Nino. I'm gonna be live streaming a lot more, so catch me on that. Also, I guess I'll link my Twitch too. Anyways, guys, sorry for the long video. This has been Dillon Leslie. 2022. Crazy year. Yeah, definitely. Really crazy year in my opinion. For me, you've seen everything that I've been talking about. More content on this channel. I'm thinking of following what Turning the Tables, Bob the Pop Pop, all them do, and listening to an album reaction. That would be sick. And now that I actually got an editing software, I can cut it all down and make it like a pretty quick video. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to see that. Let me know what content you want me to make in the future. As always, this has been Dilly1K. For this video, Dillon Leslie. It's like I got a different persona. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not going to spend any less of your time. Thank you. Have a great day. And catch you later. Bye-bye.